Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use our new EdTech RSS, NRES EdTech website. There's lots of stuff on here. I think it's going to be very helpful to everybody, almost everybody. I've finished all the testing subjects. So I've got everything finished for grade 5 for ELA, math, and science, grade 4 for math and ELA, and grade 3 for math and ELA. There'll be more to come, and there are some resources for K-2 and the other subjects. But I'm going to get more on there as soon as I can. You probably give me 2-3 weeks to get everything completely done. So what you want to do, and you've already made it here, so you found it. But go to Google Chrome, or if you're using Safari, you can do that. Let's open it up. And I've already copied the website, but it's sites.google.com/rssed.org/NRES-EdTech. So get all that in there. And this is our website. So the first thing I want to show you here on the main page is the helpful links. This is what you clicked on to get to this video. But you can log into IAM or NC EdCloud. That link's not working for some reason. I'll have to look at that. This is a link to reset your password if for some reason you need to reset a password. This accesses your Gmail, your rssed.org emails. This will access your Outlook Express, your rss.k12.nc.us email if you're not using the app. This brings you to the web filtering system in order to access certain things that the district doesn't let you unless you do this. This is for tax in case you need to clock in, clock out. This is your employee resource center for lots of things, mostly pay stubs and things like that. This is your frontline absence management. If you're not going to be here, you got to fill this out and submit an absence. Professional development catalog, in case you want to learn more and get credit for doing things. This is the catalog where you can look things up. If you need to put something in to frontline professional development, this is where you go. If you need to, if you're taking a field trip and you need to do a travel tracker, you need a travel tracker for any reason, you can click here. If you need to put in a work order, mostly maintenance guys will use this. You click here and put a maintenance order in. If you have a tech ticket you need to submit, click here. You have to sign in, but you can submit a tech ticket there, or you need to, you can talk to me and I can do that for you most of the time. Educator's handbook, any incidents you have, you click there. You need to get into class link, you can click here. This is the bell schedule. This was on the RSS website. I don't know why you might need it, but I put it here anyways. It's the start time and dismissal time for all the schools in the district. And down here, we have more North Rowan Elementary specific links. We've got the school master calendar. We've got the school master schedule. We have the lesson plan folder. And we have the staff Google Drive. So all those links, hopefully to be helpful. I've tried to think of as many as I could. If you can think of any others I should include in here, please let me know so I can add them so we can have everything all in one place. Now, as you know, I became an Apple Learning Coach over the summer. So I've actually created some technology projects for all the grade levels. Right now, I've got a total of 4 for each subject for each grade level. So let's go into kindergarten, math. In each grade level, I have a Pages project, a Keynote project, a GarageBand project, and an Eclipse project. I'll be adding to this when I have time. But let's go to, and I know with kindergarten it might be a little tough. It's going to take a lot of teaching and training how to use these particular apps. But let's go with Keynote. counting with fruit friends. A lot of this is what the teacher does on Keynote rather than what the students may do in the lower grades. So counting fruit. So what I have here, I've got the title of it. Each project will have the standards that it's going to cover, the materials you will need, the objectives for the students, and step-by-step instructions on how to carry out the project. And again, I have 4 of them, same apps for each subject for each grade level. So check them out, use them. A lot of them are very good. And right here I have little videos. Now these are not mine, but how to use Pages. So you click on that, and it's a video showing you how to use Pages. It's a YouTube video. Again, how to use Keynote, how to use GarageBand, how to use Clips. So in case you don't know how to use these are quick tutorials that should be able to help you get started anyways. Again, like I said, so each grade level for each subject area has 4 technology projects that you can utilize to enhance the learning. Next thing I want to show you, we'll skip over here to sample lesson plan. So like I said, all I concentrated on initially was the tested subjects. I will get the rest of them on here as soon as I can. But let's go to 5th grade, for example. So I have lesson plans for every standard for every subject. So 5th grade ELA sample lessons plan. These are all the standards in 5th grade ELA. And each one has a sample lesson plan. So let's take RL.5.10. Click on that. And what we have here is a lesson. Now these may vary slightly and they may not fit the framework that we're working on currently. But it's definitely something that you can input into the current framework, no matter what it is. But I'll tell you what grade level it is, the duration, how long it should take. This one's 45 minutes to an hour. The objective, by the end of the lesson, students will be able to analyze the complexity of characters in the text, including their motivations, traits, and changes over time. The materials that you will need. And then the procedure. This one has an introduction, 10 minutes, guided reading, 20 minutes, independent reading and analysis, 15 minutes, group discussion, conclusion, suggestions for assessments, and some extension activities for the students that are excelling, are really getting it. Now, some of these lesson plans, they'll have extension activities. Some will have differentiation. Not all of them are the same, so use what you can out of them. So let's go over here to standards. Now this I think is great. So each grade level, each subject will have things like this. So ELA, let's just do 5th grade ELA. No, do 5th grade math because that's got a lot more in it. So math, it has everything that ELA has in it as well. So math, so standards, you click on that, that's going to actually bring up the North Carolina standards for math, every single one of them, the document. So the unpacking standards tool, this is what the district released this year. This is how you unpack standards. It's step-by-step instructions on how to unpack the standards, each and every standard. And of course, the sample lesson plans for math. Every standard has a sample lesson plan, which is great. I'm going to show you something. We're going to skip over pacing. We're going to go to pacing in just a minute. So we have an instructional framework. So this tells you how the district expects you to teach a math lesson. CFA document for all your CFAs. It'll give you the test IDs and the passcodes. But I've actually included that, at least with math, I've included that in the pacing guides I created. Vertical progression. This tells you what they should have learned already, what they're learning next. So if you need to kind of front load it with prerequisites, you can. If you need to expand it for the students that are really getting it, you can do that. This document will help you out doing that. Check-in analysis tool, this is for check-ins. You gotta make a copy, it forces you to make a copy. But it's a good tool. It allows you to go through the questions. It allows you to analyze what questions they're getting. See, has the check-in item numbers, what questions they're not, and you can guide your instruction with this. And then, of course, tools for teachers. This is for math. I'm going to look for other resources for other subject areas. This one was easily accessible. This is on the district website. So tools for teachers for math. I think they do have some for other subjects too. I've got to look into that. Again, this is a working document. I put as much as I can in. I wanted to get all the tested subjects done. And then I can work on the rest. This is time consuming. I'm getting out as much as I can, as fast as I can. So you have all of that. And then I want to show you the pacing guide. So here I've got it broken up: ELA, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Let's take a look at one of them. Quarter 1, quarter 3, and quarter 4 for ELA. It's just all these standards that they expect you to cover in each quarter. Now, what I've done, I've listed the standards, got the focus standards, and then the supporting and integrating standards. I've actually linked these to the sample lesson plan as well. So as you're looking through here, you can get ideas from the sample lesson plan and obviously create your curriculum. Now, quarter 2 is a bit more involved for ELA. You have the focus reading standards. They break it up into 3 units. They give you a little link right here you can click on. And then obviously I've attached the sample lesson plans to the standards as I list them. But these things are good. You can click on that. It gives you a bit more information on how to teach it. So that can be helpful as well. And then got writing narratives for each unit. So I split this up. I've got the focus reading standards here. Down here, I have the supporting integrating standards by unit. So obviously, unit 1, we'll go with unit 1, unit 2 with unit 2, and so on and so forth. And make sure you don't miss the writing narratives that I have here in pink. So let's go to math. Math's a little different. It's broken into clusters, and each grade level's slightly different. So let's look, and I marked where the benchmarks are. So if you cluster 1, cluster 2, you have a benchmark. 3, 4, 5A, benchmark. 5B, 6, benchmark, and then cluster 7. So let's look at one of these clusters. So here we break it up. So I have creating classroom community through data and graphing. Okay, this actually brings you to the iReady document that the district created. So you can click on that to look at that. But I've also included that here. So let's look at here. Standards, cluster 1, they want you to do standard 5.md.2, 5G.1, 5OA.3, and then do CFA 01. So in here, you can click on the standard. And it's going to show you the actual standard that you'll be working on. Sample lesson plan, I'll give you a sample lesson plan for that standard. And then this right here will open up that iReady document. So if you look here, this covers iReady lesson 24. If you look down here, they're all listed. So iReady lesson 24. So this right here is the iReady lesson that goes with that standard. And again, I do that for every standard that there is. I want to look at another one. Let me see if I can find one that has, some of them have complementary standards as well. I want to show you the CFAs here. So you have CFA 2. When you're ready to use that, it gives you the test ID, the passcode to get the students in to take that. And if you want to preview it, there's a PDF link here that brings you the actual questions that are going to be on there. So again, that's the pacing guides. I've got it for, like I said, all the tested subjects. Here's science for grade 5. Very similar. I provide sample lesson plans for each standard. And of course, here we have resources as well for each quarter. that the district recommends: the Civil Ecosystem Kit, Horizons Unlimited Core Experience. So again, we have all the CFAs listed here. So Q1, you do 4 CFAs. Same situation. I gave you the cluster they're going to cover, the test ID, the passcode, and the PDF link to them. Finally, I want to cover Canvas. I want everybody using Canvas. Canvas is absolutely brilliant. It'll save you so much time. It'll make things a bit more comprehensive for the students. It also saves all the work. If you give out a quiz or a writing assignment and the students do it and you grade it, you get back to them, they throw it in the garbage, it's gone. But with Canvas, if you have it uploaded onto Canvas, you can grade it right on Canvas. Which is very helpful, a big time saver. It's then saved. So if you want to go back and print student work, or you need to show a parent, how they're doing and the type of work they're submitting, you've got it all right there. It's all saved. So I've got a bunch of Canvas tutorials here. So if you click on this, Canvas Management Tutorials, this was released by the district. I invited everybody to the Canvas course where this was located. But if you click on one of these, it's a bit strange, but it's going to bring you to the selection that's in here that covers it. But I've went a step beyond. I've created videos for each of them. So you can click on the video, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how to use each element of it. Hopefully that's helpful to you. We can then go down here. Now the grade syncing guide, they changed the grade syncing a bit this year. So I created a grade syncing guide. I think I've actually sunk all the grades for at least all 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. But this kind of goes over exactly how to do it. And then I've got a bunch of video tutorials. I got general tutorials on how to use Canvas, and then advanced tutorials. If you want to do something a bit fancier, a bit more advanced, I'll be adding this as and when I can as well. I believe all of these are made by me. There might be some that are not, but I'll be canvassing YouTube and trying to find things that can help you out. All right, hopefully you've listened or watched this entire video and you have a greater understanding of how to use this website. Hopefully you can use this website to help you with your instruction. As always, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. Thank you and goodbye.